Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ben from UnitedQ. It's Wednesday, which means we have another awesome podcast to help you get you over hump day. I'm here with my co-host, Dan.
What's up?
You all right?
Yeah, awesome.
Good. And we're brought to you by BBQ, BBQ Gourmet, and Smokewood Shack, our awesome sponsors. BBQ's dedicated to providing you with quality smoking products with top-notch service and free advice for beginners to pitmasters. You can find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under BBQ Smokers. So if you're thinking about buying your first smoker or looking to upgrade or even pick up some epic accessories, then check them out over at Max Barbecue.
And BBQ Gourmet is devoted to promoting real barbecue and supplying the UK and Europe with top championship-winning barbecue rubs, sauces, marinades and accessories from the US and around the world. And you can find them on Twitter and online under barbecuegourmet.co.uk. So regardless of how you cook, whether it's on charcoal, wood, gas or electric, the real taste of barbecue can be yours all year round.
Well, hey, joint effort on the intro. And on today's show, we have Dan, Essex Eating Dan from Grillstock. Hello, Dan. You all right?
That is one person,
Hello.
just to clarify.
Yeah.
Hi, Dan. How you doing?
Hello, Dad. Hello.
Yeah, sorry, Dan. Do you want to introduce yourself for all our listeners?
Okay, my name's Dan Vaux Nobes, and I'm a manager of one of the grill stocks. The first grill stock, in fact, in Bristol. It's the one in St Nicholas Market, and also write a food blog called Essex Eating when I can actually be bothered to write it, but I do write that. And I just post on Instagram about food as well, so that's what I do.
Yeah, it's hard work to keep up a blog, isn't it?
Yeah.
Takes a lot more time than you think.
6 years I managed to keep it up.
That's pretty good going.
Yeah, I've just kind of been run ragged a bit the last few months. It's kind of gone off the boil a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, so the grill stock, you started that one off with John as well, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. St Nick's Market was the first grill stock restaurant, I guess, food outlet. Obviously, they've got a few restaurants now, but before that, it was just a festival. So John and Ben had done a few festivals, decided to open a food place doing barbecue, and this was the first one. So I managed it, and I opened it from and managed it from the start, which was actually in September, it'll be 4 years ago now. So yeah, this is the oldest grill stock, and I think I'm one of the oldest employees as well.
Yeah.
How did that all begin then? Were you a barbecue chef already? Were you cooking barbecue somewhere else and you came across, or how did that sort of come about?
No, believe it or not, it's a bit of a weird one. I used to work in. I'm from Essex. I used to work in London. I worked in London for 20 years in IT. So I worked at the Bank of England, and I worked for WorldCom. So I did IT security. 20 years. So completely different kind of job. I always liked food. I always loved cooking. I loved eating in restaurants. So it was really my thing, like my hobby, I guess. And then I got made redundant from my job. And I just thought, you know what, I've had enough. I'm sick of working in an office, and I'm sick of this job. I didn't want to. I was kind of fed up with London as well a bit, I guess, because I've been working there for 20 years. And
I get fed up after a weekend, so I can understand.
Yeah, but at that kind of point, I met a girl who lived in Bristol, and I ended up moving to Bristol to live with her. And we ran an underground restaurant, I guess, a supper club in Bristol for a couple of years, where we were both cooking and hosting it. It was pretty well regarded, I guess. I also worked as an artisan cheesemonger for a while for Treforan's Dairy, who make a cheese called Galway Philly. It's fantastic if you can lay your hands on some. While I was working for these for Treforan's in St Nick's Market, John and Ben actually, Treforan's decided to sell their shop, and John and Ben bought it for Grillstock, and they asked me to run it for them, to manage it for them. That's how I ended up working for Grillstock. But I had no experience working in barbecue before I worked for Grillstock. Although I used to have a Weber kettle barbecue, and used to, wheel that every now and again and sort of cremate some things. But I didn't. Before that, I hadn't worked in barbecue or really foods on a.
So you have never trained as a chef or anything, or anything like that. You just come into it as a food lover and a home cook, and sort of smashed it from that side.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when we used to run the supper club, the underground restaurant, that was a pretty hardcore training ground. We used to do 25 covers a night, and we did like a sort of like 8 or 9 course tasting menu. So that was,
wow.
We got a fresh. That was in the deep end with that. But apart from that, no, I haven't worked in food. It was entirely self-taught. And
the steep learning curve then, straight into the deep end.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Awesome. It's the way that I like to learn things, so yeah, I'm with you. So barbecue was a completely new thing. So then, what did you begin on? It was a cabinet smoker, wasn't it? I can't remember, a pellet smoker.
Yeah, you know what? We're still using the same smoker we got originally. What we wheeled in there originally. It's a Cookbooks Shack FEC 120, the fast Eddie. So
yeah, wicked.
Cabinet smoker. Yeah, it's a great smoker. It's apart from the odd, we've sort of bashed the hell out of it over 4 years, because it's on all the time, 24/7. So, it's really took a pounding. But it's a great smoke, and that's what we still use that one now.
Cool.
Awesome.
What would you burn in that?
We use hickory.
Mm-hmm.
And do you cook? What do you cook on the St. Nicholas Grillstock? What is it? Is it the whole menu there, or do you do a variety of things?
No, ours is slightly different because we only open for lunch, but we've got it's a small site. We're lunch, takeaway only. We have a queue. A lot of the time, we have a queue down the street, and we're kind of a limited menu. I've got a little bit of kind of leeway. I've got a sort of carte blanche to cook what I like mostly, but here it's a bit different from the restaurants because obviously they're part of a group, so there's got to be some kind of similarity between their menus and everything. And obviously they do specials, but we haven't got that here because we're kind of completely different from the restaurants. We do pulled pork every day. We couldn't take it off the menu. It's the most popular thing we sell by far. Everyone in Bristol is absolutely mad for pulled pork. So we cook a hell of a lot of pulled pork. We do brisket a couple of days a week, brisket rolls with burnt ends. We also do chicken, barbecue chicken, like competition chicken. We do pig cheeks braised in cider on a Saturday as a kind of something different. They're really good. Something else we do actually. Oh, the jalapeno poppers, cornbread, stuff like that. So
it's a really varied menu then.
Well, fairly varied. We try and get. We're kind of limited as much. Everyone wants pulled pork, and we can only fit so much in the smoker. And obviously, because it takes such a long time to cook it, it's all cooked overnight on site. You can only get so much in there. And I believe, honestly, you would not believe how much we have had to cram in there at some points. We've used every available nook and cranny in there.
That's a massive shout out for the Fast Eddie. I mean, been around for years, but obviously a great bit of kit. It's really done you guys a lot of good up there actually for years now. You've been using it and just shows the actual quality of the unit. So yeah, good shout out there.
It's great. Yeah. I mean, it's apart from the odd couple of mechanical problems, it's pretty much it's a solid piece of kit. Yeah, considering it's on all the time. The only day we're closed is Sunday, so the smoke's running like all week.
Yeah,
So it's pretty impressive.
So your pulled pork sounds pretty legendary in the Bristol area. You've been doing it for 4 years and still got a queue. So what are the secrets to a great pulled pork?
Secrets to a great pulled pork. We should. The pulled pork we do is pretty much it's the same way that it's done in all of the Grillstock restaurants. Where we put a dry rub on. It's cooked for. Well, it's a bit of a weird one actually because it's hard to. We say on the menu, I think it's 18 hours or something, but it varies. Sometimes that's a minimum. It's basically when you stick a thermopen in it. It should sink in nicely. Sometimes after 18 hours it doesn't. You can get odd weird days where the temperature, the outside temperature affects the smoker. It makes it sort of work harder, or if it's even full up more than normal. And there's we're cooking a lot more stuff. It doesn't all cook as fast. So I think to get great pulled pork, you want it to round about sort of like late 80s, 90 centigrade on a firmer pen. And if it sinks in easy, it's cooked on the bone, and that should be great pulled pork, I reckon. Yeah.
Awesome. So not cooking to time. We say 18 hours is easy on a menu, but cooking really to feel and to temperature then. And you want it to be a nice sort of easy probe, sliding right in there, nice and smooth. And also you want it to be around 80, 90 centigrade.
Yeah, late 80s.
Late 80s to 90s. Sorry, that was my mistake.
It's definitely by feel. I mean, it's the same with brisket. It's sometimes you put a piece in there and it's in there for it should be, on any other day it would be cooked and there would be no problem. And sometimes they take, hours longer, and you've just got, it's a feel thing more than anything, I guess.
And then after that, do you go for a sauce with it?
Yeah, we put the Grillstock barbecue sauce, the house, the smoky and smoky sauce, but not too much, like it a little bit in there. And as we shred it up, we put a little bit of Maldon sea salt in as well. I think what we do in the shack here anyway. That's obviously a nod to my Essex heritage. Got to use some Maldon sea salt, so that goes in there as well. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. Well, obviously, if the pork's fresh and it's been cooked overnight, allowed to come out and allowed to maybe rest a little bit, and then shredded and straight out to go in rolls. It doesn't really get much better than that. No,
and then I guess you mentioned it there, rolls. That is key, I think, to have a good quality bread roll to go with it as well. Yeah, we used Hobbs House. It's Bristol Bay, really. I used Tom Herbert. Really nice. He was at Grillstock, wasn't he, last year? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He's a bit of a he's on TV. He's got Fabulous Baker Brothers. He's a bit of a baking celebrity. But his rolls, he's ultimate burger bats, I believe. They're fantastic. Semi-brioche. We slightly toast them in the smoker. Well, basically, because the smoker we use, the Fast Eddie, it's got hot spots in it, like at the top and the bottom. You can kind of almost use it like a bit of almost like a grill. Mm-hmm. So we toast rolls and smoke during the day when we're not cooking stuff, because everything gets cooked overnight. Yeah. All the meat. So during the day we use it to hold stuff and to sort of blast rolls to toast them off a little bit so they're nicer. Cool. I think there's a recipe in the Grillstock book as well that's by Tom, isn't there? I believe there is, yeah. He's obviously, we used a hell of a lot of his rolls. So, he's a kind of integral part of the whole Grillstock thing, I believe. Yeah. Awesome.
And you're judging this year at the Grillstock Festival, which is in a couple of weeks' time?
Yeah, that's right. I believe I'm judging in the core meat rounds, which I've done a few times before, not just at Bristol, but Manchester and... actually, I didn't judge in London, but Manchester and Bristol, I've done it a few times before. I'm really looking forward to that. It's coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. The only thing I'm not quite looking forward to is the way it works. I hope they've changed it this year, but who knows?
80 plates of food.
Believe me, the barbecue is amazing. The teams there are incredible. They really know their stuff, and there is so much of it. There is so much of it, and you've really it can get quite slug towards the end. And obviously, you've got to take it seriously because these guys are putting so much effort, and it's a very it's a serious thing. So you've got to take it very seriously. But it gets and judge everything properly. But it can get it can be quite a hard slog. Yeah,
I bet.
Yeah, it can, definitely. And also they do the chicken round on Sunday morning, and I'm normally pretty home on Sunday, so chicken, barbecue chicken, or, sort of like 30 portions of chicken at 11:30 on Sunday morning. The hangover is the best way to spend the morning. No.
Well, you'll have to put yourself on top form to be in good position judging in the morning then.
Well, exactly. Yeah. I've learned a little bit now. I don't try not to get too to enjoy myself too much on Saturday night. Yeah.
All right. So my mission Saturday night is to get you as drunk as I can. I don't even want to think
So, had you been to the Grillstock festivals before you started opening up the Grillstock restaurant with the guys?
Yeah. I've been a couple of years and I really, really enjoyed it. It's got bigger and better every year, So, but I was aware of Grillstock and had been to the festivals before I was for Ben and John. Yeah.
Cool. But you weren't in the barbecue scene already though. This is what brought you in.
Yeah, no. I was in no way involved in the barbecue scene before I worked for Grillstock. Like I said, I had a Weber kettle barbecue I used to wheel out every now and again, and sort of trying to blast a few things on that. But no, in no way. I just actually I won my Weber barbecue at Grillstock. Funny enough.
Really?
Yeah, it was I won. Yeah, it was I won it in a competition. Yeah, so that was pretty sweet. I just remembered. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well, it's a full circle. They gave a barbecue to you, and now you cook barbecue for them. So, full circle there.
Yeah.
Do you still use a kettle at home, or have you increased your arsenal of barbecues, or by the time you finish work for the week, is the last thing you want to do is see another barbecue?
Well, I would like to say that I had an arsenal of barbecues at home. That'd be lovely, but I haven't actually got a garden at the moment because I just moved house. I've got a balcony, but I've just lived in two places in Bristol with no garden, so I don't actually. I had to sell my beloved free Weber barbecue when I moved house a couple of years ago. I haven't got a barbecue at home, and also you've kind of hit the nail on the head. A lot of the time after cooking barbecue all day at work, I don't really fancy cooking anymore at home. I just
had enough of it.
Conventional kitchen. Yeah, do you know what? Although saying that, if Green Egg want to give me a big green egg, then I'll take that on board. But I'll take one for the tea. But otherwise,
yeah, we will as well.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, Big Green Egg, you can send us three big green eggs, one to me, one to Ben, and one to Dan. So we'd love one each. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm sure they're in trouble offloading them. We're probably doing them a favour, I'm sure. Yeah.
So you're not cooking huge amounts of barbecue at home, but do you work on like new recipes and stuff when you're at home?
I love cooking. I've got the biggest collection of cookbooks. Obviously not just barbecue. I do love cooking and food. And when I eat out in restaurants, I love eating out in restaurants. So I do come up with ideas, or sometimes if I'm eating somewhere, in a restaurant or whatever, I might think, God, this is amazing. It's a bit weird because obviously we're limited in some ways because obviously we've only got a smoker, we've got a small kitchen, we haven't got any fryers in the Cynics, and we haven't got a lot of the kitchen equipment they've got in the bigger sort of Grillstock restaurants. So we have to be kind of quite inventive about the specials and the food we cook. A lot of the time it's kind of more simple things like sauces. I mean, at the moment we're at Cynics, we're kind of obsessed with white barbecue sauce. The Alabama white barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
I think I saw it.
DJ Barbecue's just done his video for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because I saw there was a comedy show. I think it's Master of None, and he eats it. It's on Netflix anyway. But he goes to a restaurant, the guy, and he eats that. And I saw this, and I thought, what the hell? I've never heard of white barbecue sauce. I'd like to say I'd gone to some restaurant in the States and eaten it, and kind of discovered it or something. But I saw it on TV, and I thought it really intrigued me. So I looked it up and made that, and we offer it with brisket. Obviously, we've got the regular Grillstock barbecue sauces that we normally have, but we offer that in brisket, and we get through loads of it. And also we serve it with a chicken. We do on Saturdays. It's really good. Yeah.
Do you dunk as a base, or do you just put it on the end, or what you do with it?
Well, the way it works is they order it at till, and then they go to the counter, and we make the rolls in front of them, And then we offer that as a
As a
squeeze it on
condiment.
if they want it. Yeah, as a condiment. Yeah, it gets added on then if the customer wants it.
Cool. So DJ BBQ's knocked out a little recipe, but what would you say makes up a good Alabama white sauce?
Well, that's I'd like to say, like I was used to some recipe passed down from. I think I found a recipe online, and we kind of knocked. We've expanded the quantity, so so we can knock out a load of it at work, for when we need it. But what makes a good barbecue? I think the version we use. I haven't seen DJ BBQ's recipe, and I don't know what an authentic. I mean, I haven't eaten in the States, so I haven't really got a comparison to go with.
Just go for yours.
Yeah. But the recipe we use has got Worcester sauce and Tabasco and white pepper. And I would say don't skimp on the white pepper and don't skimp on the Tabasco. And also garlic. It's got garlic in it. Don't skimp on that. Don't skimp on anything. Don't skimp on any of the good stuff. Just stick it all in. Yeah. Just go. Yeah. We haven't got a hard and fast recipe. It's kind of a sort of a judge it by eye kind of thing. So it always tastes pretty much the same. So I'm happy with it.
Cool. Yeah. So I think in Christian's, because we had him on the show a little while ago, and he ran through it, and he just said it's like mainly mayonnaise as a base.
It is mainly mayonnaise.
And then
it is mainly.
Almost as much cider vinegar then as well to match up with that. And then he's just got the pepper and hot sauce. I think in his video he uses the bloody hell hot sauce in that skull bottle.
Yeah. Bobby Powers, bloody hell's hot sauce.
Yeah. We've got to get some more of that. It tastes amazing.
Yeah.
So are we going to see... sorry, carry on.
No, go on. So we obviously have to be careful how much hot sauce we stick in it here, because obviously we'll blow our customers' heads off. It's sort of like the regular crowd. It might be a bit pokey, yeah. But sorry, go on.
We're going to see the white sauce make it to a Grillstock bottle and be sold in the Grillstock's restaurants?
I don't know, actually. I mean, the whole the sauces are Ben and John's sort of domain, and I mean they all the sauces we sell are fantastic, but they make those. They're all their own recipes, so maybe, I don't know. It's possible. I mean, things that kind of come up as specials in the restaurants, in some of the sites seem to sort of spread around to the other sites. I mean, I think we're doing jalapeno poppers here, and I've seen them sort of come up quite often in specials on the other restaurant menus. So it's possible, yeah.
Awesome. So when you started out the Essex Eating food blog, what was your thinking behind that when you were starting it? What did you want to get out of starting this blog?
Right. Okay. So so I loved eating in restaurants. Well, I still do, but I loved eating. I love cooking and all that. And I just started a blog as a kind of a diary. I just wanted to, because I thought I was going to eat in these nice restaurants and stuff in London, and then I thought, do you know what, I can't remember what I ate or where I ate sometimes. You kind of over time, you kind of my memory's not great anyway, and I kind of just started to forget. And I thought, do you know what, I'm gonna write about this and some of the stuff I cook, and it's just going to help me remember. I had no idea that anyone would actually be interested in it or would actually read it. But at one point, I was in a Squire magazine as listed in a list of the top 5 food blogs that restaurants fear, and I was number 5.
Really?
So that was I'd actually got to go to the Squire the launch party sketch. I got invited to that, the relaunch, and I basically ate them out of house and home. So while everyone else is ignoring the canapes, I was stuffing myself silly. Yeah. And drinking all their booze.
Yeah.
Awesome, that's cool.
Yeah.
You mentioned about cookbooks and your extensive collection. This year's been a great year for cookbooks. Been a lot of awesome cookbooks coming out. Do you have a sort of favourite from this year, or is there anything that's sort of really sticking out for you?
Yeah.
Not allowed to say the Grillstock one, I'm afraid.
No, well, obviously the Grillstock one, because there's a picture of me in there. I've got to say the Grillstock one. But my best friend, Ellie Kirshen, who she's Ellie Pear on Instagram and Pear Cafe on Twitter. She had a book out, it's a 5-2 book. It's called Fast Days and Feast Days, and it only came out about a month ago. And recently it was number 4 on the Sunday Times bestseller list. She was plastered all over the tube. There's photographs of her and billboards of her everywhere. And she's my best friend in in Bristol. And I'm really pleased for her. It's a fantastic book.
Awesome. So what's the sort of style of recipes in that?
She's a pescatarian, so she doesn't eat meat. I don't know, how have we gotten to this, talking about barbecue? We've got, sorry, I'm seeing this down a weird kind of cul-de-sac here. But anyway, she doesn't eat meat. She's pescatarian, so fish and vegetables. She's a fantastic cook, though. She's a really good cook. And it's a 5-2 book, so it's, like the 5-2 diet.
Yeah, wicked.
So, but food, honestly, the fast stage, I think you have to eat under, I think it's 500 calories. If you look at me, you're pretty convinced that I'm not a advocate of the 5-2 diet. I don't take part in this, but on the fast stage, so it's under 500 calories. She's such a good cook. She can churn out a 3-course meal for under 500 calories, and you would never believe that it's that. She's really, really good at what she does.
Awesome.
But apart from that, my friend Neil Rankin had a book out, or it's just come out, a barbecue book.
Low and slow.
Yeah, low and slow. Yeah. So if you're after a barbecue book, then I'd go for that one.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier on. Neither of us have had a look through it yet, so we're quite keen to get a copy of it and have a look through that.
Yeah,
definitely.
Cool. So you're quite into the Instagram and all the social medias as well. See lots of posts on your Instagram page of all your different foods you've been cooking and eating.
Yeah. I probably use Instagram more than anything else now. It's mainly because I'm almost got too lazy to bother with Twitter. I do like it, but it's hard to kind of to keep up with people and stuff. So Instagram is kind of the lazy man's social media, and I quite like taking pictures of food or restaurants I've eaten at. Again, it's so I remember. I've gone from writing blog posts and stuff and being really active on Twitter to just taking pictures of things that I eat.
Yeah. I do. I don't think I ever eat anything without taking a picture of it. It's just it's part of the eating process now.
Yeah, I like to think I'm streamlining things. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Apart from myself. Yeah.
So what is your Instagram at Essex Eating?
Instagram,
is it?
Yeah, sorry, it's Essex Eating. So I'm Essex Eating on Instagram and also Essex Eating on Twitter.
Cool, guys. So follow if you want to see all these snaps that Dan's putting up. Get on there and check those out.
So are these mostly things that you've cooked, or are these just mostly things you're eating?
Well, it's a bit of a mix actually, because if I could say particularly photogenic, not necessarily barbecue, because obviously I cook at home a lot as well, and I do love, like I said, I love cooking. I've seen that on Instagram, but sometimes it's stuff from work, sometimes some of the stuff I cook from work, or a lot of the time it's out when I'm out in restaurants. Maybe, like I said, I eat out in restaurants probably 2 or 3 times a week. So I love eating in restaurants. And it's a kind of a mix of all three, basically.
Awesome. And you've actually managed to have your own books published as well, haven't you?
Yeah. I've had 2 books published. So I'm twice published. I never, cease to reminding people that I'm a twice published author.
Yeah, don't brag about it. Don't brag about it.
You can get autographs at Grillstock, guys. So you like signing your chest if possible. So fresh wax, please.
Unfortunately, I've kind of took the lazy route with that. And I've got a barbecue book, which is 101 barbecue and grill recipes. But I didn't. The recipes aren't actually my recipes. I'd just like to point it out. I wrote all they were compiled, and I wrote all the instructions to all of them. I did quite a lot of work. I mean, obviously, I've I had a look at the recipes. They're all good recipes. But I kind of wrote the recipes in my own sort of in my own style. Hopefully, kind of quite comic. And so that's it's kind of like I said, it's kind of the cheats way of to get yourself. If you put my name in Amazon, it comes up with my books. Or if you go into Waterstones, you could find one of my books, which is never ceases to amaze me. But they're there. The kind of shortcut fashion, they're definitely there.
And there's another one as well, a hangover recipes book as well. Yeah,
that's right. It's hangover recipes.
Inspired by being hungover at Grillstock.
Yeah. Obviously, if you've been to the festivals, there's quite a hard drinking culture, I think. Definitely. Definitely. Some of the recipes are inspired by that, I guess.
So what are some? Give us some of your favourite recipes from your 101 barbecue and grill recipes book.
Well, the one I like the best is actually, it's like I said, they're not my recipes. The one I particularly liked was something I actually ate in Istanbul a few years ago, and I love. In the river that runs through Istanbul, there's on a lot of the boats they do barbecue mackerel rolls, and I had a barbecue mackerel roll with salsa verde, and that was probably my. If I wanted to cook something not at work, obviously, because it's all like slow cooking and we're cooking, things for like sort of like 16, 18 hours or whatever. If I just wanted to wheel a barbecue out, if you've got really spanking fresh mackerel, I can't think of anything nicer than that. Like something like that flashed on the barbecue. It's so good.
Yeah, literally the other day I was down in, not the other day, about a month ago now, I was down in Loo and I was in the fish market, and literally a guy walked in with a couple of, line caught mackerel that he just caught to sell to the guys, and I was like, I'll have them off you straight away. Got home, chucked them on the grill, and it was absolutely fantastic. So I bet the mackerel roll straight off the side of the boat would be phenomenal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if it's there, cook it.
And is there also like rubs and sauces recipes in the book as well? Or is it all just like dishes? There's rubs and sauces as well. Obviously they're not. They're kind of standard rubs. There's nothing like really sort of like different in there. It's kind of almost like a sort of almost like a beginner's guide to cooking barbecue, I guess. But
with 101 recipes, it's quite a good way to get going.
Yeah, you can go far wrong, I think. Yeah, there's a bit of everything now. So, I think the other one I liked was there's a lamb, like barbecue lamb recipe where, served on a flatbread. To be fair, I'm especially when I'm inebriated, I'm quite a fan of the odd cheeky late night kebab. So, it's kind of like a posh version of that. That's pretty nice. I'd never say no to barbecue lamb.
Cool. And then what's the best thing to eat on a hangover then? Come on, we all need to know that.
The best thing, the best thing to eat on a hangover, probably, I think it's in the book, is, I would say, make sure you nick a hell of a lot of water. I do it, but I don't. Generally, I'm organised enough to get myself a pint of water, and then I wake up in the morning looking at a pint full of water, which I haven't drunk at all. So, a couple of paracetamols, got to do that, a couple of painkillers, a mug of tea, and a bacon sandwich. And I think that's you sorted, really. I think you can't go far wrong with that.
I'll give that a try. I think that's probably my routine anyway, but I'll give it a try.
It's a normal morning.
Yeah. Standard, isn't it?
So did you have to do a lot of research for this 101 hangovers thing? Did you have to get drunk like 101 times and then you could go?
I've done my time. I put my time in on the whole sort of hangovers, 101 hangovers. Yeah, so
and luckily you documented every single one of them, so you could look back at it.
Yeah. I remember I wrote a piece once on my blog. It was about hangovers. Actually, it was St John in London, the restaurant St John. Vaux Henson, the chef, the head chef there, there's a cocktail he likes called Dr. Henson, which is creme de menthe and Fernet Branca. I don't know if you know Fernet Branca as that's something else. And he rates that as a hangover cure. you know what? I completely forgot I was down there. What was I talking about?
We were saying about we were talking about hangover cures. And then we said about you documented with them all, and you said about you did a blog post once.
Oh, that's it. Sorry, yeah. Yeah.
You hungover now?
So, yeah. So, someone commented on this. They were talking about it, there's a hangover. Someone commented. They said they were in Japan and they had the most appalling hangover, and they had to get their flight back in a couple of hours, and they were throwing up everywhere. And they went to a chemist, and the pharmacist gave them a pill, and they took it, and their hangover was cured almost instantly. That's what. Does anyone know what this is? Because that's what you can forget about my book. Don't ever buy my book. Just tell me what that is. I need to know.
So you're not going to offer it up to us. You're just going to tell us that there is something out there.
And I'm going to. Yeah, exactly. I need to know what that is, and then I'm going to make my millions.
Yeah.
From that. Yeah.
That can be the next book, 102 hangover cures, and you can add that one into.
Just one hangover cure.
Awesome. So I'm going to have to try out. I'll be definitely having a bacon roll next time I need to sort myself out. Or find that pill.
Yeah.
So back into the restaurant, when you do like chicken and different dishes like that, do you do brining, or are you guys just cooking straight off?
No, we cook straight off it here. We've got we're so limited in space. We haven't really got we haven't got the enough space to really do brining. I mean, because obviously we're cooking like 6 sort of 8 or 9 kilo pork shoulders every night, and like 2 or 3 briskets. We and our fridge is jammed full of meat. We just can't. We've got no space to brine stuff as well. Yeah, it's very. I don't know if you've been down here, but it's small. Yeah.
No, I have to make sure we pop in next time we're in Bristol.
Yeah.
You do the chicken you do is competition style. You said earlier, didn't you? Is that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So obviously I judged competition chicken at the festivals, and I've got to say the stuff they do it's amazing. The guys who turn out they're cooking for the competitions, the actual competition chicken is amazing. As is in that style, but it's you couldn't compare the two, I guess. But because obviously we're making loads of it, and it's not like sort of like 6 or 8 portions, perfect portions. But yeah, we do that. We nowadays we do it with bone, with no bone in it. We used to do it on the bone, but people are just fussy about eating things on the bone, especially here because it's all lunch and it's takeaway. No one really wants to eat stuff like that. They want stuff,
Yeah.
They don't want to eat stuff on the bone.
Or convenient food.
Yeah, they want it convenient. So we decided we do it boneless, and we do a couple of chicken thighs. We do a couple of chicken thighs, competition chicken thighs in a roll with slaw, and you could have jalapenos and cheese, and we serve it with white barbecue sauce because that's super. It's one of my favourite things on the menu actually. That's why I really like it, and it's really easy to do. It's one of the easiest things we can cook. Cause chicken's got a short cooking time compared to pork or any of the other stuff we do. So it's
So you like dry rubbing the chicken and then smoking it?
Yeah, that's right. So we use the same dry rub we use on our pork actually, and we cook it for what is it? I don't think the time. So we do it around about sort of like, because our smoker runs on Fahrenheit, and don't ask me to convert because I couldn't tell you. So we do the chicken around about 270, goes in for about an hour and a half. That's 270 Fahrenheit, about an hour and a half. This is with a dry rub on, and kind of sort of tucked under into a tray, so it's nice and neat in the competition chicken style.
Mm-hmm.
With all the kind of the sort of innards and whatever underneath, so it's nice and neat. And then when it's up to above 75 on a 75 centigrade on a probe, in the centre, we glaze it with barbecue sauce, glaze more with barbecue sauce, and then we put it in the hottest part of the smoker at the top. Almost like a grill, and we just finish that off for about 15-20 minutes. So you get a nice crispy skin, nice crispy barbecue glazed skin.
Nice. And then just did you then like slice it up, or do you serve it whole, or?
No, we serve because they're bonus. We serve 2 whole in a roll, and it's quite some roll. I tell you, sometimes, some of them,
Yeah, something a bit different. Not had a chicken thigh roll, I don't think so.
And that's served with that Alabama white sauce.
Yeah, it's so good. It's amazing on chicken. It's, perfect.
Lush.
Yeah, I need to try this sauce. I've watched it loads of times now since Christian mentioned it in the last podcast we did with him, and just still haven't got around to trying it. I really need to try it out.
It's always just so much to try, though. It's like there's always like I've got a massive list of stuff I want to cook. So it's like by the time you get around to cooking it all, it's like another year gone.
So do you guys do any like sort of chicken wings and stuff like that as well, or you just haven't got the capacity there, I guess, to do anything more?
No, we've got no fryers, and for wings, we just couldn't do any. We can do. I mean, because obviously they're quite. You'd sell them in quite bulk because they, you sell a load, and we just haven't got a fridge space, and we haven't got a smoke space really to do those. So
Ben brought me in some wings today, and that you did yesterday. You did a pork belly yesterday and some wings.
Did a smoked maple pork belly and also some chicken wings, and did like a blue sauce.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, it sounds lovely, especially the pork belly. We've done pork belly here a few times, and I really like that. It's great.
Yeah, I was trying out tea smoking because Dan had told me about it, and I was like, I'm going to try that out, and I put it in initially, and for about 10 minutes, it smelled amazing. It was like it smelled like a cup of tea brewing coming out the top of it. But I'd put it in with some rice because I'd read online that people said like mix it up with some rice, and that would like act as like a fuel to keep burning. But after about a quarter of an hour, the rice was burning and it just smelled like acrid. It didn't smell very nice.
Yeah, I said that when you cook, I mean, I cook a lot of rice because of my sort of Iranian heritage, and like when you burn rice, God, do you know it? 'Cause it really does stink.
That's what it smelled like.
So I wouldn't ever put rice. I wouldn't put rice in anything. So quickly removed it, and look, I'd done it all in like a little foil packet, so I could pull it out again because I was a bit dubious of it from the start. So but it smelled amazing for a while. So next time, definitely not going to use the rice. Yeah, I can't see it going out on top. If you sit the past on top of the charcoal, it's not going to stop burning, is it? So I'll just go for the tea.
with I had a bit of black pepper in with it as well, because I thought it'd give it a nice peppery smell.
The wings were awesome as well. You made a blue cheese sauce, which was pretty nice on the wings.
Yeah. I didn't realise how simple that was to make as well. I didn't even have to cook it. I got the hob ready, and I was going to melt it all down, and suddenly realised you didn't even need to. It's just combining the ingredients.
Yeah, just crumble the blue cheese, chuck it in with. Well, you can do it a few different ways. Some people use buttermilk. I personally don't really like the buttermilk version, so I just tend to stick to sort of cream and then a little bit of lemon. I put in mine.
Yeah, I didn't have any cream, so I just used normal milk.
It was nice anyway. It was good.
Yeah,
it was good.
It was all right. Used gorgonzola cheese.
You didn't bring me any of the pork belly though. I'm a bit gutted.
Saving that for dinner later.
Ooh, out of order.
Second day, it's good. It's always good the next day.
I didn't bring him in anything, so I can't compare. I mean, I can't really moan. We ate all ours, so there wasn't anything left for Ben.
Yep.
Right, we are approaching the hour mark, and I am going to step in and call that a day. Thank you very much for coming on, Dan.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah.
Can you remind everyone where they can find you on the social medias, please?
Yeah, so on Instagram, I am Essex Eating. On Twitter, I am Essex Eating. And if you Google Essex Eating, you can find my blog. Or if you want to come down to St Nick's Market and say hello, I'm at Grillstock. Yeah, I manage the Grillstock in St Nick's.
Awesome. So get down there, guys. Try out some of those awesome foods that we've been talking about. Definitely keen to try out this chicken with the Alabama white sauce. Definitely next time we're up there, I'm going to go and give that a try.
I'll have a roll of everything, I think.
Just have one of each. It's unfair to pass judgment unless you've tried it all.
Yeah, exactly.
So we should have to try that.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming on, mate.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh, yeah. I'll see you there. Yeah.
Yeah, see you
Awesome.
soon.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers,
Bye.
bye.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We've recorded yet another awesome podcast to get you over hump day. As always, we're brought to you by ProQ, BBQ Gourmet and Smokewood Shack, our awesome sponsors. ProQ is dedicated to providing you with quality smoking products with top-notch service and free advice for beginners to pitmasters. And you can find them on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram under ProQ Smokers. So if you're thinking about buying your first smoker or looking to upgrade or even looking to pick up some epic accessories, check them out over at Max Barbecue.
And BBQ Gourmet is devoted to promoting real barbecue and supplying the UK and Europe with top championship-winning barbecue rubs, sauces, marinades and accessories from the United States and around the world. You can find them on Twitter and online under BBQ Gourmet. So regardless of how you cook, whether it's on charcoal, wood, gas or electric, the real taste of summer can be yours all year round.
And Smokewood Shack delivers quality smoking wood every time. They provide the smoky goodness and you provide the talent. So if you're looking for smoking wood chunks, dust, chips or planks, then head on over to smokewoodshack.com and you can find them on Twitter at Smokewood Shack. So goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.
See you next time.
Bye.
Ciao.